Mr. Scary Studios.
I posted this once before but didn't do the spacing correctly, so it was removed. I also found the cards, so now I can include the pictures. This is something that I just can't figure out. I'm not sure what to think about it. Maybe you guys have an opinion. I'm a 19-year-old female. When I was 8, right around Valentine's Day, I received one of those small manila envelopes in the mail. It had no return address, but it was sent from another state that I didn't know anyone from. When I opened it, it was simply a folded sheet of computer paper with a picture of Linus from Charlie Brown holding a heart and his blanket. It appeared to be drawn and colored by hand. On the inside was a short Valentine's Day message with a small personal detail about my life that only someone else close to me would know. Naturally, I thought it was probably my grandparents or my parents trying to do something nice for me. Every year I received one of these cards around Valentine's Day. Every year it had a picture of Linus, included a detail of my life, was typed in front in the same font, and was from a different state. I kept most of these and managed to find as few as I was rummaging through old worthless junk. I'll include some pictures at the end. When I got older, I finally mentioned it to my grandparents, fully expecting it to be them, but they swore that they weren't sending them. I honestly believe it because I had expressed my concerns by this point, and they aren't the type to want to scare me. Neither are my parents. The only other family I have in the U.S. are my dad's parents, who don't speak English well, and never owned a computer. They immigrated here and wouldn't know people in so many states, aside from my parents and my brother, who find it strange as well. I have no other family. I still get the cards every year, always the same, except for the Valentine's Day a few years ago. I received a stuffed teddy bear and a big chocolate heart along with the card. Needless to say, I did not eat the chocolate, and I searched that fucking bear, half convinced there would be a hidden camera. After that year, I just started receiving the cards again. In any case, as a child, it was sort of exciting and mysterious, like a secret admirer. Now it's just unnerving. I have racked my brain for years trying to figure out who it could possibly be, and I've come up with empty-handed. It still makes me uneasy, but if this person wanted to hurt me, I think they would have done it by now. I've never felt awkwardly threatened by them, so I don't think there's much I can do about it. The main thing I want to know is why. What is the point, and who? I never find out. Here are some pictures. Update. I found some information about the teddy bear and chocolates I received 5 years ago. For those of you who haven't read my first post, it's about the anonymous Valentine's Day cards I've been receiving since I was 8. Here's the link to my first post. I will leave it in the description below. Here's what else I found out. A lot of you guys had questions about the bear, and I actually found it, and I'm glad that for whatever reason I decided to keep it, even though it gave me the creeps to pick it up and look at it long enough to take pictures. It adds some more information that I find interesting. I don't see any real significance about the bear itself. If anyone recognizes it or thinks it's meaning something, let me know. The tags on the back of it offer a lot more information, in which I've never looked at it before, but apparently it was handmade in Vermont. It even has a phone number and the website of the company that made it. It also includes the year the bear was made. December 2010, which leads me to believe that I probably received it 2 months later, February 2011. That would make me 14 at the time. I have been to Vermont several times to visit my great-grandmother in a nursing home. She died quite a few years ago. Definitely before I was 14. She was 101 when she died, and not very coherent in the years before that. So, although it's possible it was her, we were never close, so I doubt it. It is interesting, though. Any thoughts? And I'm going to leave a picture of the bear. Update. So I should have looked at the website before I posted my previous update. I looked around and it seems that their main thing is beargrams. Basically, the sender picks a teddy bear and gives whatever address they want it sent to. The company puts that a chocolate and a note in a fun box and send it. When I saw the picture of the box, I remembered the box this bear came in. It was definitely the same one. I remember it being a little odd to me at the time. The website described it as a fun gift box printed with travel games inside, so your bear doesn't get bored on its journey. And of course, the box also has an air hole to ensure your bear gets a lot of fresh air. This just adds to the childlike attitude of this person. That may be an appropriate gift for an 8-year-old or even younger, but I am 14 years old at this time. One other thing I noticed is that the bear the person chose was $50, cheaper than most of the other ones I saw, but definitely more than the cost of the mail service. Also, there goes my theory about the person living in Vermont. One thing I did notice was that they have a little time warranty, so if your bear gets damaged, you can send him or her back to the bear hospital to be nursed back to health. So I'm wondering, if I called, would they be able to give me any information on the sender, or was it too long ago? The whole thing is just bizarre. Not sure if this warrants a new update, but I'm back and not dead. I've just been super busy the past couple of months with the holidays. It started a new semester, etc. I've gotten several messages from people wondering what happened. So here goes. By the way, if you haven't read my 2 other posts, they will be in the description below. I wish I could tell you that I found out who was sending the letters, but unfortunately I have no new information about that yet. I sent the bear company an email. I don't like talking on the phone to strangers about normal things, let alone requesting 5-year-old information about a possible stalker that requires a long, awkward backstory. I never got a response, so I sucked it up and tried calling in customer service, but was on hold forever. I do plan to call again, though, and will definitely update again if I find anything out. This popped into my head again the other night, so I did some more sleuthing. I keep all cards I receive from family members and friends, so I took out the stack and sat down with the V-Day cards, comparing handwriting again, as I concluded before. It doesn't match any of them. It's sort of hard to compare, though, because the writing on the Valentine's Day cards are always in caps. The letters I could compare weren't a match. The more I look at the handwriting, the more it looks so familiar, almost too familiar, but I cannot for my life figure out where I've seen it before. It doesn't match any of my family members. It's bugging me quite a bit. I was also thinking about that it's too bad I can't put a picture of handwriting on here for you guys to analyze without giving out personal info. I figured a solution. I spent all together too long cropping each individual letter and number off an image, scrambling them up and putting them in a random order so you can see it. I think since I took the letters and numbers from several different cards, mixed up the order, and didn't include the number and letter, it'll be okay. If not, let me know and I'll take it down. Oh, also I found another card, the one from the year I got the bear. This is how I was pretty sure it was that person who also sent the bear. A few things I want to note about this card. It doesn't have a stamp from the state it was delivered. Postage due about 20 cents was stamped on the envelope. A heart is drawn on the corner of the envelope. The way the handwriting is worded sounds wrong. I couldn't bear it. You won't be my Valentine, like future tense. Then present tense just sounds odd to me. A couple of other things I noticed. The 2008 and 2009 cards are handwritten on the envelope. 2011 and 2012 and 2015 are the only other envelopes I can find, and they are all typed in the same Jokerman font. How do you type a specific font onto an envelope? That just occurred to me for some reason. Also, on the oddest one I have, it's addressed to miss my first and last name. On the card they also misspell my city's name by one letter. It's corrected in all the others, and there's no miss, just my name. And I don't go by my real first name. I've always gone by something slightly different, hard to explain without revealing it. But it's common for people with my real name to go by this alternative name, if that makes any sense. Anyways, it's always addressed by the name I'm called by, not by my real name. Anyways, that's all I have for you except for these pictures. I love hearing your thoughts, so if you have any ideas or comments, please post in the comment section below. Here are the pictures.